The title of the documentary is Sex for Grades,
sure.
But the charges against Butako and Jampo were specific that they created an environment where they made it difficult which broke University of Ghana rules around creating expectations of sexual favors in exchange for putting pressure on young women in exchange for as people in authority putting undue pressure for sexual favors on young people. There were different circumstances around harassment of young women in educational institutions that were illustrated from Nigeria to Ghana. Because what did you expect to see on TV? That they'd be undressed and molested? Is that what you expected to see for you to verify that, yes, there was indeed an attack that happened?
No,
you can't put people in, as a responsible broadcaster, we can't put people in that kind of position.
But then the public opinion yagada so far, no, the comments that people are passing,
because people were very literal, because they expected it to be bring the marks and give me sex and I'll bring them I'll give you marks. Isn't that what sex for grades means?
So,
in its literal sense, right?
Sure.
So there are different ways. So you can have a title does not necessarily always capture the full, what do you call it? The full spectrum of sexual harassment that goes on in our educational institutions.
Na enipa bi mu so ekita sa opinion no say eye TV so nti mu ntumi mfa ni number out.
Exactly.
Nti no say bia obi efi say opese okokot na say title near deceptive bibi full e wo ho no mo a complete we wo ha e bi ya kire na ma ne hu say this one we can't bring it out, but this is the reality we are talking about.
No, but the individuals were given a 5-page charge sheet from the documentary to respond to. So we detail specific incidents that they were involved in, that we filmed, that we could verify. So if you think about it, we were doing research for more than a year.
Okay.
On multiple people. And so, and there's only so much of a year's research you can put in a 1-hour documentary.
So the idea that people are holding on to, that the credibility of the BBC has been downed in a way, no? Do you agree with them or you don't?
No, absolutely not. Because if the credibility had been, the actions wouldn't have been taken against some of these lecturers in Ghana, who were found, because we were going based on the University of Ghana, Ghana's own code of conduct. And those were the breaches we were able to verify against the code of conduct. The ones that were done in Nigeria, the lecturers were sacked because the University of Lagos and other institutions decided to follow up on reports that had been made about those individuals. And let's just say that these people, a lot of the people that we featured and those that we didn't feature, have had previous complaints made against them. So it's not just, BBC doesn't get up and say, I'm picking on you.
Okay.
They do a bit more research to find out whether there is a body of complaints against individuals.
Okay.
Yes.
The University of Lagos for now, lectures now, we say University of Ghana, so something similar should have happened.
I think that the University of Ghana should make decisions based on its code of conduct and what it wants to say to the public, students and lecturers alike, about what it's willing to tolerate and what it's willing to support in terms of the safety of young women, particularly on its campuses, and the credibility of the university when it comes to the protection of women and the abuse of power.
Anything that we discuss, we are sure that your mother will not hear.
Okay.
Anything that has come between me and you, nobody will hear.
Okay.